Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Phil Boyle, and I'm the current president of the Meadows Country Club. And I'm inviting you today to join me on a virtual tour of the construction site known as the Meadows Golf Course. We've been under heavy construction now for about 15 weeks, starting in the latter part of April. And there's been a lot going on here that I want to share with you. Many of you who left to return to your northern or westerly homes left Sarasota wondering what you'd be coming back to this fall as far as the golf course that you've been accustomed to. And many of you who have stayed here in Sarasota this summer haven't been allowed to see the course because obviously it's under construction and there's lots and lots of heavy equipment out there tearing up greens, fairways, and tee boxes. All of the greens have been rebuilt. All of the fairways have been resprigged, and all of the tee boxes have been dug up and resprigged. Sprigging is an agronomist term in the golf world, basically something that I understand to be reseeding or grassing of those areas. But it's a professional technique that golf agronomists utilize to perfect the greens, the fairways, and the tee boxes. Every bunker that you will see on the golf course when you finally get to play it will be a new bunker. By that I mean completely rebuilt. Some of the bunkers are going to be eliminated. Some bunkers are going to be added and repositioned to capture errant golf balls that might otherwise have headed off into the woods. For example, on hole number 5, a preview of coming attractions, you'll notice a very signature piece for hole number 5 are the new bunkers arrayed along the cart path about 240 to 260 yards out. So we're going to hop in my cart. We're going to take a look at holes number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we're going to end the tour with a picture representation of hole number 12, which is almost finished in its construction, but it'll give you an idea of some of the construction techniques that our contractor, Dave Johnson, and our course superintendent, Pat Franklin, have utilized in making this course an exciting new course for you to enjoy when you return here in the fall. So let's hop on my cart. We're going to head out to hole number 5 and we'll begin the virtual tour. Here we are on the tee box for the number 1 stroke hole at the Meadows Golf Course, hole number 5. It's the number 1 rated hole on our course. I'm standing roughly where the white tees have historically been, just shy of the green tees for those of you who regularly play this course. What's interesting about this hole, and I think you're going to find a very satisfying new element to it, is that just off in the distance, on the left, about 215 yards from where I'm standing, is a trap. And that trap is new, and it will catch tee shots as well as second shots that are not quite online. And it'll keep those shots from going into the woods. Oftentimes, we played it in the past, a ball might hit that hill and skirt over towards the cart path, and then we simply would spend another 2 or 3 minutes looking for the ball as it went into the brush. Another interesting feature about this hole is that all the way down the cart path, past the trap, bunker that I just pointed out to you, is a series of other bunkers that will equally catch errant shots from the golfer as he or she approaches the green. From this vantage point, you can see how our contractor, Dave Johnson, framed the green by introducing 5 new bunkers into the landscape. I'm standing roughly at where the goal posts are that many of us land at on our second shot on hole number 5. And these 3 traps just ahead of me, these 3 bunkers and the 2 bunkers up ahead are all finished. They're the new concept of capillary concrete bunkers, which I'll explain in a little bit. But this gives you an idea from about 155 to 160 yards out from the green what the new approach is going to be. And so the trap on the right and the one on the left are all new. What was there before is gone. The grass bunker that's just to the left of the bunker on the right is removed. You still have the pitch shot that you have to come up over that mound, but now you have a bunker out of which to come to get yourself onto the green. We're on the tee box of hole number 6. I'm situated roughly between the red tees and the green tees. And you can see off in the distance two bunkers, one on the right and one on the left. The one on the right is a smaller bunker that the contractor has reset slightly to the left. It is about 210 yards from where we're standing right now. And if you look further down the fairway to the bunker on the left, that's right adjacent to the green. And it will capture shots that are hooked or overdrawn, moving to the left and maybe heading out of bounds. Another feature of this course is dead ahead on the left, where you see the trees where many of us find ourselves recovering our tee shots. That has been cleaned up a bit. Trees are still there, but the ground cover is a golf course specific shell-like substance that will be easier to hit off of. Now, one caution that I want to give to you as you're watching this video is that you see bare spots in the fairways and on the tee box. That's normal for a golf course under construction at this stage of the construction process. We're down by the 6th green, and we're showing you here the bunker on the right that you see back at the tee box. That's about 210 yards away. And from where I'm standing, I'm about 40 yards to the edge of the green. As you sweep left and come towards the green, you'll see the new bunker I was referring to back on the tee box. It's about 35 to 30 yards away from the front edge of the green. And there is no bunker closer to the green than this. There used to be a grassy pot bunker off to the right. That's gone. And this is a good demonstration, actually, of the contouring of the greens. Many of the greens have been recontoured by the contractor. They've been reshaped. Irrigation improved significantly. But here this gives you an idea of the recontouring of these greens. Here we are on the tee box of hole number 7 on the Meadows. We're at about where you would be hitting from the white tees. And this is a dramatic change in what you're accustomed to. The water, of course, is still there, and you have to navigate over it in order to get to the green. But the green itself has been moved closer towards you. It's closer to the piers that allow for its construction. The notable change here is going to be obvious to all of you, and that's the trap on the right is gone. And there's no trap in the middle back of the green. Remember, there was a shallow trap up by where that roofing structure is that you can see in the distance in that sort of trajectory, but that's no longer there. So this hole is really going to challenge you to be aggressive, to get to the green, but don't go too long, because obviously on the other side of the green is more water. This is the nightmare hole, at least the hole that gives me the most lost sleep of the 18 on the Meadows. It's hole number 8, and it's framed by water on both sides, but there have been some dramatic changes by the contractor in the architecture of this hole. As we look off the tee box, you can see what might be familiar to you, a trap dead center in the fairway, about 225 yards out there. It's actually a repositioned trap. The other trap, the old trap, used to be much bigger. It extended more rightward. Many of us aren't able to make that bunker, but many do. And so there's going to be a call for you to alter the trajectory of your drive. The fairway itself hasn't changed at all. It's been sprigged. It's coming in very nicely. And off in the distance, you can see the green with the 3 new bunkers, which I'm excited to talk to you about in a moment. This is the 8th green. It's a beautiful hole, and it's been completely reconstructed by our contractor, Dave Johnson, and our course superintendent, Pat Franklin. And their ideas for the alteration of the bunker system as well as the green are phenomenal. You have to be standing here to fully appreciate it. You'll remember the old bunker was off to the right in the grassy area that is between the 2 other bunkers. That's no longer there, obviously, and these bunkers are smaller and radically different in shape from the previous bunker. The green itself has had its drainage addressed very comprehensively. One of the problems on this hole in the past was that the area approaching the green from this angle was soft, and hit and run, pitch and run shots would die before they would get to the green. We're confident that that's no longer going to be the case, presuming, of course, that you hit the shot right, but we think that you will. The green itself has been recontoured, it's been adjusted, it flows from the upper left towards the front right. It's roughly the same size as it was when you last played it. This is going to be a very exciting hole for you when you return in the fall. This is hole number 9. We're about 170 yards from the tee box area where a lot of us end up with our tee shots. And the traps are new. The two on the left were not there before, and our contractor had a creative bent when he was looking at these sight lines and thought it would be a good improvement to the course to put a couple of traps over there. The one in the middle is sort of near where the other trap used to be, but when you get down close to the green, you'll see that it's not. It's going to be a little bit mischievous for you because those of you who might want to bump and run your approach into the green are going to have that bunker to get over, because otherwise it's going to catch anything that's rolling in its direction. The other thing to keep in mind about the way this hole has been redesigned is that the bunker on the far side of the green has been removed. So that's no longer in play for any of us in battling this hole, but it's going to be a beauty. It really is a pretty, pretty hole. This is one of the most exciting holes, in my opinion, that our contractor has developed for us. We're just across the water on hole number 12. And you can see the alterations are quite dramatic. First and foremost is that the huge trap that used to be over on the right, catching most of our golf balls that went in the wrong direction, is no longer there. That's been removed. The green itself has actually been moved closer to the water. The humps and bumps that used to be there are gone, but the green itself is closer to the water. And that's going to invite you to really challenge this water hole to come over the water and get to the green. If you go too far, you're going to get captured by the bunkers that are all new up on the upper left and the upper right. Those are finished bunkers. They're the capillary concrete bunkers that I've made reference to in my talk this afternoon. And it's a new design for bunkers. It's supposed to be state-of-the-art, and we believe that it is, because we've had some severe rains in the last 10 days, and these bunkers have held up very nicely. You see no ruts and no erosion of the sand. Now the green is still white, and that's because it's still under construction. There are multiple layers beginning about 15 inches below the surface, with multiple layers of stone and sand, and then as you get closer to the top, you'll get the topsoil. We will probably be sprigging this green sometime in the next week or so, and it'll be ready for you when you come back. But keep this image in your head as you think about coming back to play golf at the Meadows this fall. This is really, really going to be an exciting hole.
Hi, I'm Tony Johnson, the General Manager at the Meadows Country Club. I hope you all have enjoyed your virtual tour of our golf course, and we are certainly excited to see it reopen in the fall of this year. As you can see from some of the shots, we're making some beautiful holes out of what was already a wonderful golf course. Some of the other things that have been going on while you've been away are we've been taking the opportunity to spruce up the tennis facility over at the Center Court Lounge. We're making plans for some upgrades to that area as well, so look forward to that coming in the next year. We have also been making some upgrades to the Regency Room. The Regency Room, as we all know, offers great views of this location, and when you return in the fall, you'll see some of the wonderful work that's been done and be able to enjoy yourselves in that area of our club. We're also taking the opportunity to upgrade some of the membership programming. We're looking at different ways to get everybody involved. We're looking at different programs so that there's something for everyone. As we embark on this renaissance of the Meadows community as the Meadows Country Club, I hope you will join me in participating in all that we have here, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.